Well, there it is. It looks like Windows 11 is causing havoc now to ROG Ally Xbox handhelds. Xbox branded handheld gaming systems are being affected by the Windows 11 disaster update of January 2026. So we're going to take a look at this and see what the issues are. Again, it's breaking Xbox branded gaming hardware. That's how bad Windows 11 is. Steam Deck users do not have this problem, to the best of my knowledge. So we're going to talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Just really quick, we are going to be relaunching a Crimson Wren reprint drive out on Kickstarter sometime this week, probably. This is going to be a very fast campaign. Doing all of our printing domestically because of, the tariffs, all those situations. They're going on in the world right now, so we're going to be using Crimson Wren as kind of a canary in the coal mine. If you guys want to check it out, go out to Kickstarter, sign up to be notified when it launches. It is done. We're going to have some perks that were not available the first time around, so check it out on Kickstarter. Let's talk about this, though. This is why you guys are here, not to listen to me shill stuff. I'm kind of anti-shilling for Windows at this point. I'm trying to talk people out of using Windows 11 because it's awful. Right? It really is not a good operating system. This is coming from Pirate Nation. Windows 11 update breaks all Asus native software on the ROG Xbox Ally. Again, this is the Xbox branded handheld, not made by Microsoft. And I think, just side note, I think this is going to be the future of Xbox. I think they're just going to license the name out. Kind of like the at-game Sega shit that they were selling at the dollar store. That's what I think they're going to do with Xbox. But I'm just saying. A recent Windows 11 update has caused Asus Armory Crate to stop launching on ROG Xbox Ally and Ally X handhelds. Windows Security Smart App Control feature is incorrectly flagging the software as untrusted, blocking essential functions like performance mode, TDP adjustments, button mapping, and updates. Oh my God. So here's an article on it. It's just, it never ends, right? You guys are like, why are you doing so many Windows 11 videos? I'm like, because the bad news never stops coming. And I keep trying to tell people, Linux is the way. We're gonna hit a point where there's gonna be a fork in the road. I think this might be it. It's either you get off the Microsoft short bus now, or you ride it off the cliff. That's kind of what's happening. Now, I'm not saying that Windows 12 won't improve things. It might, because Windows 8 was pretty much dog shit. It was terrible, and they did improve things for 10. But for now, Windows 11 I can't recommend it to anybody. I mean, if you're stuck with it, you're stuck with it. I'm kind of stuck with it on one of my computers. Actually, the computer I used to draw with, I'm stuck with it because of Clip Studio. Clip Studio does not play well with Linux, to the best of my knowledge. I've tried some different things. I just can't get it to work right. But that computer's used pretty much just as my drawing station, and I've debloated it, and it's fine. For what it does, is fine. I'm not gaming on it. I'm not, whatever. All my other computers, including my laptop, which I take with me everywhere, that's been switched over to Mint. To Linux Mint. I'm not going back to Windows if I can avoid it, right? Not until they get this fixed. And maybe they will. Maybe there'll be enough pressure on them that they'll get it fixed, that the consumers will just reject them outright. This is coming from Club 386. Windows 11 updates are messing up apps and ROG Xbox Ally handhelds. Microsoft's recent changes to Windows 11 security have made Smart App Control anything but, with the feature frustratingly breaking native OS apps in Asus Armory Crate. Oh boy. Recent changes to Windows 11 aren't playing nice with first and third-party applications, while also breaking integral features on their Xbox Ally devices, according to Reddit users. The problem stems from an overly aggressive policing system by Windows Security, namely the operating system's Smart App Control system. So it sounds like somebody's immune system attacks them. Owners of ROG Ally handhelds are taking to Reddit to share how recent patches have broken multiple functions on their devices. Smart App Control is making it impossible for those affected to update, or uninstall, or even open Asus Armory Crate, breaking access to firmware patches, software controls, and more. Oh my God. Similar issues are plaguing Windows 11 desktops. We talked about that with Smart App Control bizarrely taking issue with the likes of the Windows snipping tool, Notepad, and other mainstay Microsoft applications. The video I did yesterday, people are finding out that the new update kills Explorer. and kills a taskbar. And I found out from personal experience, that's why I'm doing these videos. People are like, it's all about the views. Well, it is about the views. It's not, it wasn't just a me thing. I'm like, come on, I'm not this dumb. I didn't break my laptop. No, my laptop was basically bricked because of the black screen issue. And they tried to blame, at first they tried to blame NVIDIA because I do have an NVIDIA GeForce GPU in that laptop. It's an Omen. It's my Omen from like 2020, 2021. It's a really good laptop. It's a tank. Right. It's the best laptop I've had since I had a Lenovo back in the day, and it was fantastic. But this thing has been a tank. So I'm like, I know I didn't F it up. But it was a them problem. It was a Microsoft problem. It wasn't even a driver issue. It was just Microsofting all over the place. So I'm like, you know what? It's a dual boot system. I got 2 drives. I'm going to Linux Mint, and that's it. And I haven't gone back to Windows. I might just wipe the Windows drive and just use it for extra storage. I don't know. I can't recommend it. Again, the only thing the only holdup for me is some of the graphics software I use to do comics and animation and shit like that. I can't fully commit to Linux like I'd like to, but as soon as I can, boy oh boy, that is it, man. That is it. This person said, I've had personal run-ins with Smart App Control in 2026 after installing the latest version of DaVinci. Yep. Microsoft's over-vigilant protector saved me from the dastardly functions of my video editing suite. More dumb night than dark, completely bricking my software. Yeah, I don't know what the issue was on my laptop. I do have a lot of graphics, or had a lot of graphics programs on that one. I've actually switched to my main desktop computer now to do a lot of that stuff. But just for everyday internet posting and, light photo editing and stuff, Linux, I've been using it, and I have no problems with it. It just takes me a little while to get used to GIMP versus Photoshop, but there is actually a plugin you can use that will convert all the shortcuts to Photoshop shortcuts, which has helped immensely. So Microsoft is testing the ability to toggle Smart App Control without the need for a reinstall. However, this is only available in preview builds, and there's no guarantee it will make it to the stable release. We're only 1 month into 2026. Microsoft has already inflicted massive damage to Windows 11's already rocky reputation. In addition to the problems I've discussed, other January updates have caused black screens, been affected, as well as making it possible to boot into the operating system for some users. What are you doing? Like, seriously, Microsoft, what are you doing? These developments follow on from years of botch patch deployments. Don't forget Microscrote. Everybody's calling it Microslop. It is. They're soft and flaccid. Microscrote. That's going to be the new term. I'm going to make that. I'm going to make Microscrote happen. Microsoft described Windows 11 2024 H2 as the most reliable version of the operating system ever, only to admit a few months later the cumulative update was effectively a complete mess. People are blaming vibe coding and outsourcing as to save money as to why Windows 11 is such shit. Plus, it's always trying to upsell you. It's always trying to inject AI into everything, including Notepad. I guess Copilot is in Notepad now. Why do you need Copilot and Notepad? Copilot should be a separate optional app. If you would like Copilot, you can install Copilot. It should not be there by default because it slows systems down, right? Users should rightfully expect more from a company boasting a market cap of $3.195 trillion at the time of writing, especially when Microsoft has been crafting operating systems for over 4 decades now. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's no wonder the chatter around Linux and Mac is growing, particularly with impending launches like the Steam machine. As much as I'm also entertaining a Switch, I hope Microsoft can mount a comeback. Yeah, if they can make it usable, it doesn't even do the bare minimum though. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many people who aren't very tech savvy have updated their computers? Their computers are now broken. They have no idea what is going on with their computers, probably because they can't get on the internet to find out what's wrong with their computer, or they don't have the technical prowess or patience or time to figure it out. How many grandmas out there who bought their computers at Walmart now cannot use their computer to get on Facebook or play solitaire? I'm just saying. But it's really embarrassing to break the Xbox branded handheld. That is a whole new level of what the hell. So here are the comments on Pirate Nation's post. Meanwhile, my Steam Deck on Linux works great, no problems. Yeah, gotta love the sloppy-o, slopdella. Every time I see a Windows update waiting for me, say a prayer for me. Yeah, and is it just me, or like you tell it you don't want it to do automatic updates and it does them anyway? Is that just me? Am I crazy? I feel like I'm not crazy, because I've actually used to be able to push back updates for months because I'm like, I don't know how it's going to play with my hardware, my configuration, and it's a work computer and I cannot risk it being down, only to come in like the next morning and it's been updated and all kinds of fresh hell has been unleashed on my desktop and I have to reset everything. And people were complaining the other day about my mic settings on the one video. And that was a Windows machine that I was recording on, and I had the mic set up the way I wanted it. Well, did a freaking update or restart or something, and then had like echo cancellation on, and I turned that off. I have, all the mic settings set up, with the mixer and all that, and people were complaining about it. I'm like, well, that's what happened, because I couldn't just jump into it and record like I usually do. Yeah, this person says, just go to Steam OS Linux at this point. Windows is a sinking ship, 100%. Man, how can you ship an update with so many issues? Unacceptable for a company like Microsoft. Vibe coding. Windows 11 is hot garbage. My Steam Deck is working flawlessly, though. You get what you fucking deserve. Reason 723, you don't want Windows on a handheld. The level of incompetence with Windows 11 updates is beyond anything. Yeah, well, this is what they're doing. These companies are trying to save money. They're going to eat their own cooking, right? So their cooking is AI. This is how they're trying to sell everybody on AI. And I'm sorry, AI ain't there yet. I mean, it's a handy tool if you know what you're doing, but you cannot just vibe code something as important as the operating system for like 95% of the world. Okay, I'm just saying. Show Bob's and Boozy, activate Windows. Here we go. Add it to the tally. Microsoft is a corporation that turns, claims 30% of its new code is written by AI. Yeah, just add it to the headlines. It's dog shit. It really is. Grok, how to avoid this update. Okay, this is what Grok says. It says, to avoid the Windows 11 update, breaking Asus Armory Crate on ROG Ally, pause the update settings, Windows update, pause for 1 week, extend up to 35 days. For a quick fix, if already affected, disable Smart App Control and Windows Security. Smart App Control settings off. Can't re-enable without Windows reset. Check Asus support for permanent fix. Or if you don't know what the hell you're doing, you're probably just screwed. Okay, so yeah, apparently it affects the ROG Ally too, just plain ROG Ally. Affects the original ROG Ally as well as the Ally X. The Ally X Windows 11 Smart Control app is flagging Armory Crate as untrusted, blocking key features. Microsoft is working on a fix. Yeah, and then they'll have to release a patch for the patch, right? I gotta go see what the quote retweets are like here. Hold on 1 second. We're gonna check this out. View quotes. Windows trying not to break anything in a new update. Challenge hard, says Daryl. Caboose 27X says, glad this shit isn't happening to my Xbox Ally, or hasn't happened to my Xbox Ally and ROG Ally. Let's see, Warsmith Atticus says, incorrectly my ass, Armory Crate is fucking malware that took me a solid week to get off my solid state drive. Yeah, I don't have it installed on anything. We had a gaming center. I think I talked about that a couple times. We had a retro arcade / esports gaming center / weeb store for about 5 years. And I never put it on any of the systems there because it caused problems. But official Microsoft approved hardware, by the way. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Let's see what they're saying here. I can't translate there. Show translation. Microsoft seriously dropping a moronic Windows update like that for now. At least I can launch games from my Armory Crate, but next up is the mini freeze hell. Yeah, this isn't a good look, guys. Hey, Xbox is doing poorly. Windows 11's reputation's in the gutter. Let's brick everybody's Xbox handheld, right? My God, dude, the world needs Linux more every single day. Yeah, you don't have problems like that. Meanwhile, my Steam Deck that runs on Linux works like a charm. Yeah. You guys can go out and check. I did a video just a couple days ago showing you how you can turn a mini PC like a $600 mini PC into an emulation gaming station with Linux using Batocera, and it'll run pretty much any game up through, I'd say, PS2, PS3 era. That particular unit. I mean, if you've got a beefier system, you can probably go higher. I'm not going to tell you to do that, though, because I don't want to get in trouble with the powers that be. But, you know, if you know what you're doing and you Google it, you probably find out how to do it. But, yeah, no problems with that one either. Maybe pick a more reliable OS for your device next time. Well, yeah, it's Xbox branded. They're going to use Windows, right? I mean, honestly, if Microsoft would get their shit together and have a very stripped down version of Windows that just did what it was supposed to do, be an operating system with no bells and whistles unless you wanted them, they'd probably be okay. But there's no profit in that. They have to upsell you shit constantly. They have to trick investors into thinking they got it all figured out with AI. They got to show maximum profit by firing quality control and firing programmers and then vibe coding and outsourcing, right? Linux is free. You know, it's free. So they really don't have to prove anything to investors quarter after quarter. It just works. And I think this is the internet we need. I think we just need tools that just work like they used to. It used to be all about making it work, making it go. A better user experience. Now everything is about maximum profit for corporations. I'm just saying that's the root of all of this. So I'm going to wrap it up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Check out again Crimson Wren. We're going to relaunch it on Kickstarter sometime this week. So you have another chance to pick up this book before we drop book 2, which is probably going to be in the fall. Jose's been working on some of the pages, and we're going to be working on it again. We had to pause for a little bit, but check that out, and we'll talk to you later.